Presentation.
Hmm?
Presentation.
Hey, everybody, this is Motivation Monday. Yes. Do you understand? This is the 3-year anniversary. And every time we have an anniversary, one of our all-stars gets to speak. And today is, woohoo, it is Katrice Bailey. Learn to earn by investing. Yes, this is a whole nother thing we're talking about today. So I'm going to let Katrice do her thing so she can talk about. I'm not even going to interview her. I'm going to let her do her thing. We're going to talk about it, and then after she talks, we'll go ahead and do some interview questions and ask her some questions. But Katrice Bailey, learn to earn while investing. She's a When Models Talk, but today she's investing. All right, Katrice Bailey. And don't you have a guest today? You can introduce your guest.
Okay, all right. So today we have, well, hey everybody. Number one, I want to say hey, hi, how's everybody doing? So today my guest is Roberto Rivera. He is a great leader, great speaker, and he has so much knowledge at the age of 27. 27, I think it's 27. 25. You know what? Jesus, take the wheel. 25. And he just has so much knowledge, and he's taking his time out to be here to share his knowledge with us and share exactly what we're doing together as a team and in our organization. And I'm just excited to have him here. I'm excited to be on when the anniversary. Did not know that. But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm excited to have him here and just listen to everything he has to say. And we're going to get started.
Awesome. Definitely. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me clearly, Katrice?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, definitely want to give it back to Katrice and Miss Shelley. Appreciate you having me on your platform. Allowing me to come on here and share, what I've been blessed to be able to learn over these short years. A lot of people, don't judge my age. Don't judge my age.
I can't believe you putting the age out there. I got to jump in for a second. Don't be putting that age out there. So what? Nobody's trying to see your age, but I'm going to stop right there. That's
no. I always say it because, a lot of people think, just the age, but, I just put myself in the room around a lot of successful people, really just been a sponge, over top of these years and really learned the skill set that has truly changed my life. To kind of give you guys a little background about myself, my name is Roberto Rivera. I'm actually from a small town in New Jersey called Millville, New Jersey, South Jersey. I actually played baseball, football, basketball in high school, went to school on a scholarship at the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, where I played baseball. I was on multiple draft boards. I thought that, that was going to be my way. I thought that was going to be a way that I was going to be able to, live the life that I wanted to live, do the things that I wanted to do for my family, retire my mom, move her out of her house, retire, do different things like that. I thought that was my way, but, not here to get religious on you guys, but they say that we plan and God laughs. He definitely laughed. He laughed at my plans. It didn't end up happening. My mother got sick when I graduated, got a degree, most useless degree in the world, criminal justice. So, I got that piece of paper and I came back and, I grew up in a household where I come from foreign parents. My mother was Trinidadian. My father was Puerto Rican. And the only way that they knew how to make money was by showing up to work. So that's what I did. If I wanted to, I'm sorry if I pinned that. You guys can unpin it and put other post if you want to. But I did all I knew. So I got a job out of high school. I was actually about to become a state trooper, and I was on my way to coming into the FBI. I was going to use the degree that I had, and then I had a realization with myself. I was working at a group home during the time while I was going through the process of becoming a state trooper, and my mom, she got sick. I was working my butt off. I was doing hitting lessons. I would sleep in my car and I'd go work a double and then I'd go be a substitute in the morning. And then I would do this. It was just all I knew. I just, I wanted to make money. And I kept running into this rat hole where I was working like crazy about it. I didn't really have any money. And so what I figured out was that when I learned about money, I figured out what it was that I was doing was that I was working for money and I had the money game wrong. And I had a realization when I really got into entrepreneurship and really what drives my passion about, financial literacy in general was when my mom was actually passing away. We didn't know she was on her, on hospice and everything. And my brother, I was working at a group home. My brother is a correctional officer. And we both ran out of time. We both ran out of time from work. And we're over top of my mom, like passing away. And we're playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot on who gets to go to work. And in that very moment, I just stopped and I looked at my brother like bawling. And I was like, bro, just go to work. He was like, well, what you gonna do, Bert? And I was like, I don't know. But if you're telling me that I got to choose between going to work or, being here with my mom, her last seconds on earth, I was like, I will never go to a job another day in my life. Just happened. My mom passed away in November 10th, in 2019. And still to this day, I made a promise to myself. Now, during the time, it was a little risky move because I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. I wasn't financially literate during the time. I didn't really know what I was going to do. But I made a promise to myself that I'd never show up to a job a day in my life. And, 2 years later, I've never popped. I've never punched the clock. I've never worked for another person a day in my life. And I've made 5 times the amount of money that I would have ever made in corporate America. But it started with me getting educated and learning about money. I read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki is the author of that. If you're serious about, just learning about money, understanding, the rules of money and really how to create wealth. What he breaks down in there, is something called the cash flow quadrant. I'm not even going to really share my screen. I'm gonna kind of go off the top with this one, Katrice, and kind of just have a conversation. I got an event downstairs that I'll be doing here in a little bit. So, we can have some type of Q&A at the end, whatever you guys want to do. I really just want to have a transparent conversation. So I read this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it taught me about money. It taught me about the left side and there's a right side of money. And what I've learned over the years, and, money isn't everything to me, the way my principles are set up. It's not everything to me, but it's something that I understood that if I don't understand money, it was something that I was going to work for the rest of my life. It was something that was going to work against me for the rest of my life if I did not understand money. And that's what happened with both of my parents. See, what I always had aspirations of, being wealthy and, driving nice cars and living the life, living in, I would say an abundant life, not even an American dream, an abundant life that God promised me. And, so that's what I wanted. So I had to learn about money and, my parents and them, they had it wrong. And what Robert Kiyosaki talks about in the book is that, if you trade, he said, if you don't know how to make money in your sleep, you'll never know how to, make wealth or create wealth. And when I thought about that, and I worked at a group home during the time, night shift. So if y'all know, I can say it now because I'm never going back to a job. But we sleep at the group home. And he wasn't talking about that sleep, though. He wasn't talking about that type of sleep. He was talking about making money work for you, instead of you working for it. So there's something called the cash flow quadrant that he broke down. And before I break this down to you guys, what you guys got to identify is where it is that you currently are. And this is what I did. I'm only going to tell you guys things that I did, right? I'm not speaking to you guys from a point of view of like I'm better than anybody, but I had to identify where it was that I was, and most importantly, where it was that I wanted to be. And for me, I wanted to be somewhere else. So where I was working at a group home. So I was an employee, right? And I was going to be a state trooper. I was still going to be an employee. And, there's nothing wrong with being an employee, but this makes up for 60% of the entire population, right? And the challenge with being an employee isn't that you're actually working for somebody. That's not the challenge. The challenge is how you make your money as an employee. And how you make your money as an employee is I have to trade my time for dollars. Well, what do I mean, Bert? Well, listen, if I'm an employee, I have to show up to work and I get paid. But if I don't show up to work, then I don't get paid. Correct. And, this is majority. This is what people, find themselves in. And you got people that say, well, listen, I'm not going to go work for nobody and I'm going to go work for myself. Right. And they become self-employed quadrants makes up for 35% of the population. Right. So hear me out. There's a left side and right side of money. What I'm talking about right now is the left side of money. 35% of the population makes up for your self-employed quadrant. Well, self-employed people are people who trade they may not have a boss. They may not have a physical boss. They may not have a physical schedule or anything like this. These are your nail techs, your hairdressers, your doctors, your beauticians, all type of things, nail techs, right? Everything. People who cut my hair, barbers. Well, they're self-employed. They may not have a boss and everything. They may control their own schedule, but the challenge that they face, hear me out. The challenge that they face is that if they don't have any clients, then they don't get paid, and they still have to show up in order to get paid. Well, what do I mean? Well, if I'm a barber, right? And I use this scenario because it just happened the other day. I'm trying to my barber, he's a hustler. He works his butt off, but I really want him to work a lot smarter than harder. And what I realized, I had a conversation with him and I was actually breaking this down to him. He's like, yo, this makes sense. He's like, this is why, if I don't cut hair, then I don't get paid. I was like, correct. correct. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you want to at least get yourself on the right side of money. So he fell off a dirt bike the other day and he broke his collarbone. Well, guess what? He can't cut hair right now. He called me. He was like, Bert, like, this is the first time in my career that I'm actually like, I'm seeing what it is that you're talking about. Like, I physically can't cut hair. So my money is messed up. That's the challenge that people face in this quadrant. And then take away, if he doesn't have any clients, then he doesn't get paid. And what coronavirus really exposed for a lot of people was that, listen, being self-employed can be a scary quadrant because, okay, when the world shut down, I actually, I do a lot of business with fitness trainers. So if I'm a fitness trainer and I do one-on-ones, right, and you come to my gym and then the coronavirus came out and things shut down, you aren't able to come to my gym. Well, guess what? I don't get paid. And I always tell people, well, if you have one stream of income for one, there's nothing wrong with having a job. There's everything wrong with only having a job. And there's everything wrong with only having one stream of income as well. And I'll prove that to you guys. So why is it that I had a question with myself. My mentor asked me a question, said, why is it that majority of people in this world, right, we drive around with a spare tire in our cars? Think about this. We drive around with a spare tire in our cars just in case we get a flat tire, correct? Well, we do this, right, not because we have a flat, just in case we get a flat. So why is it that you take care of your car better than you take care of your finances? Because what a lot of people do is, right, and I'm sorry, I keep hitting this table. What a lot of people do is we have one stream of income. We have one stream of income. And what if it's gone? See, a lot of people try to replace their streams of income from, right? A lot of people try to replace it with something else. But when it's already gone, well, in reality, while you have that income, you need to be doing something to multiply your income by doing something that's going to allow you to have another stream of income just in case something goes bad, right? They always say, don't have all your eggs in a basket. So what I learned, right, it doesn't matter where you are today in the conversation that we're going to have, and I'll go over the right side of money. It's going to show you how to take where it is that you're doing right now, whether it be self-employed, you have a business, you're into real estate, you're an employee, you work 9 to 5, whatever the case may be. You may already have, whatever the case, whatever income that you have, we're going to show you guys a skill that's going to allow you to multiply your money. Well, Robert Kiyosaki says, so I want you guys to think about it. 60% of the population is employees, 30% of the population are self-employed, 35% are self-employed. This is your left side of money, right? So that's 95% of the world is on the left side of money. And where he said the real wealth was on the right side, where only 5% of the world. Well, what's on the right side of money? You have your business owners and you have your investors, right? These are 4 ways you can make money in this world, right? An employee, self-employed, business owner, or an investor. 4 ways, right? Choose your poison. On the right side of money, 4% of the population makes up for your business owners. 4%. These are your large corporations, your CEOs, your Jeff Bezos, right? People who own these large corporations. I always tell people, as a business owner, what they've leveraged, what they've learned is something called systems. And what I've come to learn is that systems literally stand for saving yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? And that's on the right side of money, where they're leveraging OPE, other people's efforts, OPT, other people's time, right? To leverage for themselves. There's a quote out there that says, and I don't want to misquote it. It says, I'd rather have 1% of 100 man's efforts than 100% of my own. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. That's how you create wealth, right? If you have that mentality, that's truly how you create wealth, right? And business owners, I always tell people, you ever think you're going to see Jeff Bezos, he just stepped down, the Amazon, the owner, the CEO of Amazon, packaging a box and shipping it off to you or driving it to you? Absolutely not. Will you ever see the owner of McDonald's flipping a burger? Will you ever see the owner of Chick-fil-A handing you, right, a Chick-fil-A sandwich and saying, my pleasure? Absolutely not. But he's still paid. He's still paid. Why? Because he's on the right side of money. He's found a way to create a system that's going to allow him to make money. He's not trading his time for dollars. And that's what we want you guys to understand, right? Whether it is that, the skill that we're talking about, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're trading your time for dollars, but the true wealth is on the right side of money, where 5%. So your 1% is your investor quadrant, right? This makes up for 1% of the entire population. Now, you can invest into real estate, you can invest into the stock market, mutual funds, all types of things, right? Our vehicle of choice, what it is that we've learned how to master through this program, is the foreign exchange market, right? The foreign exchange market is the largest, most liquid financial market in the entire world. I know a lot of people, when you first hear about investing and multiplying your money and growing your income, a lot of people think about the stock market. And I'll give you guys an example. The stock market trades between 20 and $22 billion on a daily basis. That is a lot of money. But a foreign exchange trades between 5.3 and $7 trillion every single day. The difference between this market, right? And a lot of people don't understand this, is that the stock market is a wellness check, is a share in a company, right? You get compensated based on how this company is doing. Now, if I put money into Nike, Adidas, Apple, and they do well over quarterly, yes, I'll make some money. It's very, very slow growth as well. But let's just say, God forbid, Nike went bankrupt and I had my money in Nike. Guess what? I lose my money, right? So there's one way that you make money in the stock market, when you're investing, and that's on the way up. Right? In the foreign exchange market, you guys can make money whether the market is going up or things are crashing, right? That's the beauty of the skill set, right? And I'm so hard on the word skill set, because it's truly a skill set. Because if you master it, I'm not here to make anybody promises, but I promise you guys, I have people who look just like you and I, right? People who look just like you and I, younger than me, who are financially independent, right, at their ages, because they've learned this skill. And, everybody isn't going to be a millionaire or billionaire and everything like that. But when you learn this skill, right, $1 is no longer $1. $2 is no longer $2. You give me $1, it'll be 10 before you blink your eyes. Why? Because I learned their skill set, right? I'm partnered with a company called I Am Master Academy. Now, I know, just like myself, I didn't know, anything about this. I grew up, foreign parents. All I know how to do is work for money. One of my buddies was actually trading. I was like, listen, like, man, if it makes money, it makes sense to me, bro. Like, put me on to this. So I started learning how to trade through this platform. What the platform basically does, it breaks down the basics to this, right? So I had no idea. I didn't even know how to spell foreign exchange when I didn't even know how to do that in the beginning. But I came onto this platform. It taught me the ABCs to the market. So it was teaching me the history of Forex, what foreign exchange market was, where it came from, why it started, different things like that, the history. So it's like, cool. Now, Katrice, you know your basics, you know your ABCs to this market. Let's put these ABCs together and let's start forming small words like cat and dog. Okay, cool. Now, Bert, you know your ABCs and you know how to put together small letters to put together small words. Now let's put these words together and let's start forming small sentences. So cool. So I started putting these pieces together. It's a very, very laid out platform. I always tell people, trading truly is not hard. Investing in everything is not hard. It's a new game. It's just new. It's not hard. And it's, perspective drives performance. I always tell people, listen, if your perspective is that this is hard, right, that's what it's going to be. It's not hard. It's just new. It's not rocket science. I remember I always used to think, I had to do some type of calculations or whatever the case may be. And come to find out, all of that was wrong. And the platform literally breaks it down. Like, it gives you the ingredients to the market of how it moves, what you should view in the market and everything. It's like going back to school, except for this school, unlike my degree, actually pays me a lot more than my degree would have ever paid me, right? What I really loved about this, because majority of you guys, you're probably like, okay, how do I learn to earn? What are you guys talking about? How do I grow my money right away? You're looking for money. Well, that's what I was. I was in a position where I was like, I want to win, and I want to win now. And what this platform has to offer, we have over 100 full-time educators. So imagine going to school, right? And your professor is not only teaching you how to be whatever it is that you're going to school for, but they're actually giving you the blueprint, how to execute and go out there and do what you have to do, right? Mm-hmm. Am I too loud? Or are we good? We good? Okay. Yeah. So what these educators are, literally, you're learning from multi-millionaires. I don't know about you guys, right? I've never asked a homeless guy how to purchase a home before. Right? I've never did that. And I've never asked someone who wasn't financially free how I should be financially. How can I get rich? Right? And so it made sense to me. It made sense to me. I was like, if I'm going to learn this and I really want to master this, right? I'm a sports guy, I play baseball, right? If I wanted to learn how to get to the major leagues, well, guess what? I'm going to go ask someone who was in the major league. How did you do it? If I had the opportunity to, right? So you have the best traders in the world at the disposal of your hands, right? That they're literally going to teach you how they were able to make their millions into this market. Now, not only are they going to teach you, right, how they did it, but they'll actually get on a go live session that almost looks just like how you guys are on. Katrice has been on several of them, and they're going to call out trades that they're getting in and you can actually make money. Now, do our educators hit on every trade? Absolutely not. This is no get rich quick scheme or anything like that. But we put you guys in position to go out there and apply this skill set very, very fast, right? I have people in my organization, about over 400 people in the organization currently right now. Some of these individuals are coming in their first 24, 48 hours making money, making real money in these financial markets. I always tell people, like, at this point, I have a criminal justice degree, but I've officially adopted that I'm a financial strategist coach that teaches individuals a skill set that's going to allow you to multiply your money in these financial markets. I know a lot of people hear about cryptocurrencies and what's going on. They hear about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and everything. And a lot of people, listen, I've come to realize a lot of people really want to learn how to invest. A lot of people really want to learn how to invest. It's just that it's one or two things that are stopping them. They don't know where to start, or they don't know what to invest into, or where to actually invest, right? And what I found is we have a platform that literally teaches you that. We set up your broker accounts, right? We teach you risk management, and we'll teach you how to actually go into these markets and actually start growing your account. It's absolutely phenomenal. You have live mentorship from these guys. Some of my favorite educators, which I know you had to be on the platform, have Abel Melendez. We actually have apps as well that you get plugged into our Discord groups, our Telegram groups, where we'll actually send you out trades. I was in Atlanta this morning for an event. I'm back in New Jersey now. I was in Atlanta this weekend for the Circle of CEOs event. Shout out to my guys. If you guys end up watching this, shout out to y'all. We're about to change the world with what it is that we're doing down in the Atlanta area. And what I got an alert this morning. The market opened up at 5 o'clock on Sunday, and it doesn't close till 5 o'clock Friday in the afternoon. I got an alert this morning on my way before the airport. I took a trade from, when I'm talking like copy and paste, y'all, I'm talking copy and paste. This is how I made my first few dollars. And I'm a little bit more advanced now, but got an alert from an educator. He gave me the coordinates. We got into what's called Ripple, XRP, and USD CHF. Called out the coordinates. I literally copied and pasted. I copied and pasted the numbers that they gave out. And this morning I paid off for my flight. Right. I got on my flight, and that's the way my mentality is now. Anything that any money that I spend, I'm immediately thinking, how can I get back in the markets and actually get it back? Well, I've actually was able to pay off my flight before I actually got back home, and I made 3 times the amount of money that I made from my flight. But that's from learning the skill set. That's from learning the skill set of this. And the beautiful thing is today, normally I take my own trades, but today I had no time to look at a computer, but I received an alert from an educator, someone who's a 6, 7, 8-figure trader, sent me an alert. I seen it, copied and pasted the numbers. I looked, and when I got home, I was up a couple $100. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So when we say learn to earn, yes, you're going to learn and you're going to earn right away. If you don't want to put your money in the markets right away, that's completely fine. We have what's called our demo accounts where you can actually practice in the markets with play money. So if you win $1 million, cool, it's not really yours. And if you lose $1 million, cool, it's not yours, but it allows you to actually participate in these markets with play money and actually not lose your money or anything like that. I absolutely love this platform. There's a reason why I go so hard about this. And I at this conference today, this weekend, there was a lot of people in the room, a lot of money in the room, multimillionaires in the room, people who have businesses, people who are making over $100,000 a month, doing different things. And the one thing I still realized in a room full of money like that, they learn how to buy assets that were bringing them in residual income. And that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We should all do it. My biggest thing is, listen, we make money, we buy assets, make money, and then go ahead and spend. That's what it is that we got to change our mentality to start doing. But what I realized is in that room was a lot of people still didn't know a skill set on how to multiply the money that they knew how to get their money, right? They knew how to get their money, car washes, credit repair, right? All types of businesses, Turo, right? If you guys aren't on Turo, believe me, hit me up. But different business endeavors where they're really really making money. But I realized a lot of people still, even at that level, they still didn't know what to do with the money. I talked to a guy on my way. I was on way back to Philly, and he had one of the shirts, and I was like, hey, what was one of your biggest takeaways? And he was like, man, I'm really trying to find a way to multiply my money. He said, I actually made $300,000 in the past 6 months, right, in real estate, and I'm about to blow through it at this point, and I was like, there's a big gap. There's a big gap. It doesn't matter if you're getting, like I said, business money where you're making $300,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or if you're making $300,000 a year. you still got to learn a skill set that's going to allow you to, when you get the money, to multiply and sustain your money, right? And that's why I love what it is that we have. What we have is universal. What we have is truly, truly universal for everybody. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. This can be for you. This can be for you, right? And so basically, to get access to our information, to get access to our platform, to our call outs, to everything that we actually just talked about, is literally a $234 investment into yourself, right? You're not paying me, you're not paying Katrice, you're not paying anybody who invited you to this call, right? You're paying for the platform that they put together in place, the one that I invest into, Katrice invested into as well, right? There's a monthly basis, just like any Netflix subscription, Apple Music that you may have. There's a monthly subscription to get access to what it is that we have, and it's only $174 monthly basis. I know a lot of people, and I want you guys to really, really hear me. What I learned from right over the years is that the biggest thing about learning how to create wealth, I had to change my mindset. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my perspective on money. And what my mentor was, a multimillionaire, what he taught me at a young age was like, listen, when you first seen the 174, you first heard me say $174 on a monthly basis. If your first thought process was bill, you're already on the wrong track. You're already on the wrong track. Because I remember when I first heard it, I was like, bro, listen, I said I want to make money. I'm not trying to have the extra bill. He said, well, Bert, how many bills do you have right now that actually pay you back? I said, how many bills do you have right now that actually pay you back? So you got to change your perspective. You see, you got to change your perspective on money, or you're going to work for it for the rest of your life. If you can't identify the difference between an investment and an expense, listen, what this 174, what we're talking about is an actual investing. You're investing into a skill set that's going to allow you to multiply your money. What he asked me, which is the same question that I asked you guys, is ask yourself this. How much money has flown through my bank account in the past 2, 3, 5 years that has made me more money? How much money has flown through my bank account in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years that has made me more money? And the answer for me was absolutely none. So when I came across this information, I was like, I'm going to learn a skill set that if I learn it, I will learn what to do, not with $1 million, not with $100,000, but what to do with $1, what to do with $1. And that was the most powerful thing, right? Was learning this skill set. My life has truly, truly changed. Dedicated, further, just, shout out to the platform, shout out to the CEO for putting this together. And then, so it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What I loved about this, I had no idea when I came into this, that this was actually, there was a compensation plan that came along with this company. So my biggest day trading was a little bit over $3,500. And it was the same week that I made $10,000 all from my phone. And I was super, super excited. And I grew up in a household, my mother always said, if you have a penny, split it 3 ways between your siblings. That's just the way that we were raised. And when I made my money, I told my siblings, I told my brother, I told my sister, I told my cousin, I'm like, y'all need to do this. No ifs, ands, or buts. It has to work or it has to work type of mentality. I was like, you guys have to do this. There's no way that I'm going to allow you guys to go to work, punch your clock, do what you do. And I know a way that you can multiply your money. I'm not knocking you if you do, but I was like, there's no way. If I know this, I'm sharing this with my family. So I shared it with them. And I'm telling them like, yeah, like, I'm teaching them basically for free. Come to find out, the entire time I Am Master Academy has a compensation plan where if you refer people to it, you can actually be compensated. So what I seen was, well, I was doing this naturally out of the kindness of my heart. I was willing to teach. I would have taught everybody, right? I didn't know that there was any type of, I just thought I was the gateway to everybody's freedom. So I was teaching people for free. My mentor said, well, you can actually get compensated through this platform. So referring this, so let's just say you were to put 2 individuals on. Now, this is completely optional. I do have to throw this out there because a lot of people, when they hear the information, they feel as though, oh, do I have to sell? Do I have to recruit? Do I have to do anything like that? Ladies and gentlemen, I made a ton of money before I even opened up my mouth to anybody. What we have here is a platform that'll teach you how to day trade, teach you how to multiply your money, right, in these markets. And if you decide to become what's called an independent business owner, now you'll start making what's called residual income, right? And residual income is truly what changed my life. It's truly what's allowed me to truly walk away from corporate America comfortably. Now, no worries or anything like that. I absolutely loved it. Residual income, I always tell people $1 of residual income will change your life. It will absolutely change your life. Right? Because it's the first time for majority of us, and I can't speak for you, but where I come from in my neighborhood, right? The only way that people know how to make money is from the neck up. I mean, was from the neck down, right? We physically have to trade our time for dollars, right? And for the first time in my life, I made a residual check. And it was the first time that I made money from the neck up that I did not have to work for. I made money from the neck up and not the neck down. Right, I was feeling like Jeff Bezos when I got that money, and I was like, yo, like this is it. And when I was learning about these things through Rich Dad Poor Dad, I said you got to start making money, start work for you, and that's what residual income allows people to do. The platform says if you were to refer to people, you don't even pay a monthly membership at all. So you're learning this skill that we're actually talking about for free on a monthly basis. Now, your third person, you become a paying customer again, and you hit a rank called Platinum 150, where now they're going to start paying you $150 residually. Now, I know a lot of people, when they hear this, they're like, $150 is not going to change my life. Well, ask yourself this: if $150 is missing off your next paycheck, would you notice it? Right? Would you notice it? Right. And I always tell people, when you learn the skill of trading and multiplying your money, $150 is not $150 anymore. It's not. I've seen people take $71 accounts to over $1,000. So $150 is no longer $150 when you know the skill of multiplying your money, right? 12 individuals. Let's just say 3 of those individuals come out here and they love what it is that we have going on. They love the platform. They share it with their friends and family. And now they have accumulated between those people and yourself, 12 people in your organization. You hit a rank of Platinum 600. That's $600 a month residually, right? About $150 every single Friday. This is money that's coming in no matter what you do, no matter what it is that you do, where it is that you are at, right? Platinum 1000, that's $1,000 a month, right? Residually, I currently have about 9 or 10 people at the rank of Platinum 1000, and they're all trading. We all trade, guys. We all trade. Platinum 2000, $2,000 a month, 75 customers in your business, $2,000 a month residually, 500 every single Friday. Platinum 5,000, $5,000 a month, 1,250 every single Friday. I'm actually knocking on the rank. Like I was saying, when I was working a job, I was actually making, $14.50 an hour. When I checked my W-2, I was like, dang, I made underneath $20,000 a year. It was a disgrace to myself when I looked at that sheet. Right. And now to be able at a rank of Platinum 5,000, make an extra $5,000 in my sleep, no matter what it is that I do when it comes to trading. Right. And I have very, 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 very solid days trading now. Right. But now extra $1,250 every single Friday coming in, no matter what it is that I decide to do at the age of 20 years old. Right. I'm 25 years old. Excuse me. Okay. Not that young. I wish. All right. And so Chairman 10, actually knocking on the door, I have several buddies, about 14 people at this rank right now called Chairman 10. That's $10,000 a month residually. I've seen people accomplish this rank at a full-time job. I want you guys to ask yourself this: how differently would you walk into your job if on your side hustle, you're making 10 grand a month, about $120,000 a year? Right. Some of us show up late. I know me. I just used to show up to work a little bit late. Right. Some of us wouldn't even be showing up. Total would the startup cost $234 is the startup cost. I'm just answering somebody in there. Yeah, $234 is the initial startup cost, and then the $174 monthly basis. That's what you would pay on a reoccurring basis every 30 days, right? So back to this. So Chairman 10, $10,000 a month. Chairman 25, $25,000 a month. I actually have a dude out of Chicago. He's 20 years old. 20 years old. He's about to hit a rank of Chairman 25. One of my boys is 28 years old. He's only been doing this for 3 years, and he's a Chairman 25, making $25,000 a month. Now, what I want you guys to understand is like the bigger picture here, right? Now, what happens, right? What happens when you start making this type of money? Well, opportunities, when they present itself, what I seen was that this compensation plan would allow me, it would allow me when times come to invest, right? When the economy drops and real estate is half off, right? I'm not pinching pennies anymore, right? What it showed me was, okay, when an opportunity or a business plan presents itself now, right? When cryptocurrency falls from 67,000 to 30,000, guess who can get some? I can. But the guy who's working at a group home, right? I may have been able to get a partial of a Bitcoin, but now I can buy Bitcoin. I can buy a full Bitcoin if I wanted to, right? Now I have opportunities that when things present itself, I have the ability to go out there and actually capitalize on this, right? And so what I always tell people, you have to position yourself. You got to understand what to do with money. You got to understand what to do with the money that you're actually, making. Chairman 50, that's $50,000 a month, $12,500 every single Friday. One of my favorite couples thank God, you know, they're my mentors now in Atlanta, Georgia. Just had a baby, you know, making $50,000 a month residually. They're only 28 years old, guys. It's absolutely amazing. Chairman 100, that's $100,000 a month. And let me see if I can share my screen so I can show you guys. This is a new laptop, so I don't even know if I could pop up this presentation. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to, not on here. My bad. I will show you guys the action. You know what? No, I'm not going to be able to.
Mostly, I might be able to pop it up.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, pop it up and I'll let you share your screen and I'll just talk over it. So I just want you guys to actually see the numbers that people are actually making, real people with real results who are trading and actually just putting their family members and their friends and families onto this information and getting compensated in a way that I know I couldn't ever imagine. But Chairman 100, as soon as you let me know, I mean, as soon as you pop that up, and I'll go back on it. Chairman 100, my personal mentor, Justin Owens out of Atlanta, one of the guys, if you guys are familiar with the circle of CEO movement that is going on, I'm telling you guys, if you guys don't know what it is, this was our first event. We had over 3,000 people in a room teaching people about financial literacy, teaching people about credit, what to do with your money, Toro, Airbnb, the list goes on, how to brand yourself. Absolutely amazing what it is that we have going on in Atlanta. And shout out to my brother, Justin Owens is my personal mentor, making $100,000 a month, $25,000 every single Friday from this opportunity for positioning people into this information. I know a lot of people hear of the foreign exchange market and they feel as though like it just came out of the woodworks. It did not just come out of the woodworks. This thing has been around for years and years. But the thing is, the rules change now. What do I mean? Well, about 30 years ago, you had to have a net worth of $3 million to even be considered to even allow to invest into this market. And you had to have you had to start your trading account with $100,000. As you guys can imagine, that wiped out dang near everybody. It was only for the elites to participate in this market. And now the rules have changed where you can actually participate in this market with as little as $50. Some of these trading accounts, you can start up with $100. So that's why everybody and their mothers are doing this. Chairman 250, that's $250,000 every single month. There's a guy out from New Jersey. He just turned 23 years old, Jalen Goss. He was working in a cubicle, right, in an internship, right, after he graduated college from Rutgers, Camden, and he started this opportunity 2 years later, now making $250,000, $62,000 every single Friday, $62,000. It's absolutely amazing what he's been able to do. But I always tell people, you know, I've always been a person that if I seen someone do something, if I seen you physically doing it and it was morally and ethically correct, then I knew I can do it. I don't know if that was just the athlete in me, but I knew that I can do it. So when I seen people that look just like you and I, looked like me, I'm not gonna say you and I, looked like me, that were actually doing this, I was like, yo, I gotta give this a shot. I had no other choice. I had no other shot on truly going out there and becoming a millionaire, right? So when I seen it just made sense. And I told myself it has to work or it has to work. All right, Chairman 500, $500,000 a month. And then there's another rank called Chairman 750, $750,000 a month. There's 4 individuals at this current rank right now. So I want you guys to understand, I'm not talking about a theory. I'm not talking about something that we think is going to happen or that we hope that it's going to work. There's real people with real results from all across this world who are absolutely capitalizing both in the financial markets and on this compensation plan, right? When I seen this, I knew that where I was in corporate America, that my goal was to make $100,000 a month. I mean, a year, right? That's typically like the corporate America, like goal. Like I want to become a 6-figure earner, right? Until I stepped in a room where it was brothers that looked just like me who were making $100,000 a month, right? And I was stretched. I was absolutely stretched. Right, this weekend being down there and being able to connect with other CEOs from all across the world, and hearing not even just the money, but what I've learned about all of this, and like I said, and I'll end it after this, was it's a mindset. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. It doesn't matter if you wash clothes. It doesn't matter if you have a business. If you're into it does not matter. All of this is just a mindset. It's a mentality shift that you have to make into yourself. Right. So I challenge you guys to make the shift. Make the shift. If you're not happy with what it is that you do currently right now, if you're not happy with the funds that are in your bank account, go out there and learn a skill set that's going to allow you to go out there and really create wealth for yourself. Right. I had a chance to talk to E.T., the hip hop preacher, this year. And he was like, listen, bro, I mean, this past weekend, he said, listen, you got an expiration on your life. You know that, right? You got an expiration on your life. You just stop waking up every single day acting like we got 200, 300 years, right, on this earth, right? And that really, really hit home. It really, really hit home for me, right? I was, seeing my mother, my father, and my grandma pass in a matter of a year and a half. So, I truly, I move with a sense of urgency. And I challenge you, if you want to start that business, start that business. If you want to start learning how to invest, right? Do it first, figure it out later, right? That may not make sense to a lot of people. Do it first and figure it out later, right? That's been my mentality. And that's why I am where I am today. So I appreciate you for having me on here, Miss Shelley, Miss Katrice. Miss Williams, I'm sorry, Miss Williams, Miss Shelley, Miss Williams, sorry. And then Katrice as well, for allowing me to come on here. I could definitely open it up if you want for a few questions. I got to head downstairs in a few minutes to actually knock out this presentation up here in Newark, New Jersey. But do we have any questions or anything like that? Do you want to run a Q&A? I don't know how you guys are doing. Do you guys want to run a little Q&A real quick?
Yeah, I have a question, but my name is Shelley Shell. You don't have to call me Miss nothing. I am Shelley Shell. Just letting you know. So good,
I like it.
I understand you, but I'm forever 21. So anyway, I do have questions.
Talk to me. Yeah.
So as I'm listening, and it seems sort of like multi-level marketing. I'm just going to go to the hard-hitting questions, and that's where I want to go.
Most definitely.
Seems so much like multi-level marketing. Hey, let's all get in, because if it's that easy making money, then everybody would do it, and that's what they say about multi-level marketing. But yeah.
So 100%, it is multi-level marketing. But what I've realized, and why there's people like me that had no experience, I didn't even know I was in multi-level marketing. What I realized why this industry is a lot different than any multi-level company out there is because I want you to think about this, right? Give me 3 network marketing, multi-level marketing companies that you know off the top of your head. Talk to me.
TLC, Herbalife, and I'm sorry.
ACN.
Market America, ACN. I'm sorry, I didn't want to bring that one up.
Perfect. So listen,
that you wanted to.
So those 3. So right, TLC, Herbalife, and I don't know what ACN does, but I can promise you this: they're not like us. The reason why I say this, and not like when I say us, I'm this platform itself. If I work for Herbalife, right, and I'm in multi-level marketing, the only way that I make money is if I sell the product. Am I right or am I right?
And sell the product and get representatives, just like you were saying.
Yeah. So I have to either sell the product or I have to build a team. The reason why there's young people like myself who are coming in here and becoming 6-figure earners from this opportunity is I don't have to sell a product, and I can make more money than the top seller in this entire industry. How is it? Because I've learned a skill set that allows me to multiply my money. So I have people, I don't know where everybody is from, but if you guys are, anybody familiar with New Jersey, I have about 30 correctional officers. There's some like older Caucasian male and females who actually trade underneath me, have never, ever got on a presentation. They've never talked to family members. They all they do is trade. They trade, they hop on their cars and they trade. And these people in their first 2-3 months have made over $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and they never sold anything. So when I seen this, if you understand network marketing, and I know a lot of people are a lot of people have a bad taste when it comes to multi-level marketing, whatever the history may have been back in the day, but it's a new day and age. And they got some young brothers like myself who are really, really, coming in here and dominating this industry. And it's not necessarily us. It's because it's the platform itself. I don't have to necessarily sell anything for someone to make money. Right, you could come in here as a customer.
And you don't have to get people like I don't have every one of these people here involved. If I don't get these people, I'm gonna be broke.
And this is exactly what I loved about this is that because our platform teaches you how to day trade. Day trade in the foreign exchange market, it does not require any type of talk. It's a skill set. It's a skill set of knowing if you could look at the market and then enter at the right point and go ahead and make money. If you wanted to build a team, you can make additional money. But no, you could come in here, you can learn the skill set itself. So what I seen was this. Okay, if I sell Herbalife or TLC, well, the only person that's making money, even though, Herbalife, if you take Herbalife, if you take it right, you'll lose weight, you'll do different things like that. But the only person that's getting compensated is the person who actually sold it, right? Not the customer. But what we have is you got the person selling it, making money, and you have the customers who can actually make money as well. How do they do that? From the skill set that the company is actually teaching you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a question.
Talk to me.
I have a very hard question, and
Oh,
I mean no harm what I'm getting ready to say. I've been listening to you, and I keep feeling like I'm listening to an infomercial. You really haven't told us anything of how this is done. You're just giving me sound bites. You're just going around it. You're skimming around it. Now, are you telling us how this is done, or are you trying to sell a course?
No, so what you guys will be purchasing is an actual course. Like you guys are actually purchasing a course. And I didn't have my slides up because I'm on my new computer. I can show you guys the actual inside, not of my back office, but what it is that you're actually paying for. So what you're paying for is the educational platform that's going to show you how to day trade. It's going to teach you that I'm not sure when you hopped on. It's basically going to teach you the ABCs of how to trade. And then it's going to allow you to apply these. Like we help you set up your brokers and everything. And then you actually hop into these markets, but you're not just hopping in off the blind strength of your own, right? You're actually hopping in with 6, 7, 8-figure traders who are signed and underneath contract, right? I'm not even an educator, not yet. That's actually a goal of myself, but you can hop on here and you actually take trades from the educators who have made buku type of money in these markets. You can actually make money off of the strength of their own knowledge. Does that make sense?
So you're saying that buy into the program, meaning however much it costs, buying the knowledge, the program to learn how to do it, as well as all the mentors that come with it. Is that what you're saying? So
yes, 100%. I'll share my screen with you real quick. So yes, what it does is, I'm sorry about this one. The 234 that you're actually paying for, this is one of the products. It's one of my favorite products. So what you're paying for is access to what it is that I'm talking about. And I know, like, we don't typically share this on a presentation, but this is like what you're paying for. So your ABCs that I'm talking about is your academy. So you're going to come in here, you're going to learn how to trade cryptos, you're going to learn how to trade foreign exchange market and different things like this. Let me see if it'll load. Give me 1 second.
And but just the learning system, and then after you pay that particular money, you then you invest other money, right? Is that what it is?
So you invest outside of your 234 is for the platform and for the education, for the signals and everything like that. Then you invest whatever it is that you want. It could be $50. I have people who come in with $1,000, $10,000, but you can literally start off with as little as $50 in this market. That's completely up to you. How much you're willing to invest and everything. And that's what we're showing you is no matter how much you come in and invest, how you can actually multiply it. I'm not sure why my computer isn't loading. Let me refresh this screen. But this is what your $234 is going to. It's not going to me. It's not going to any. It's going towards the class. It's going towards your education. You almost think about this as your college. I'm not sure why this isn't working.
Was my screen share when I push screen share?
Yeah, it was. But my Go Live tab is working.
I'm about to say, because I can try and share.
Yeah. I'll just walk you through what to click. Go ahead and share that, see if it works.
All right, where am I going?
Go to im.center. You ready for me? Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I got you.
No problem.
No, not you.
Not you, Katrice. You talking to the other person.
Yeah, because I gotta go. But does that make, I'm not sure who is actually talking. Do you understand what it is that you're actually paying for?
Honestly, no.
I get it. I'll explain to you later.
And if I have more time, we'll go more into depth. So my apologies. Yeah, so go to IM Center. So hit im.center. Yeah, right there.
don't want to make you late.
They're already starting. I'm about to head down there in a little bit. And I'll hop on with whoever was whoever, you know, confused or whatever the case may be.
Let us know how we'll get the information for Katrice. You and Katrice can hop on with him and you can talk about it later. But
Awesome.
Right now I know you have to go, and then we can ask Katrice some questions as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And then anything that you need from Katrice, I know she's just getting going with everything. Any questions, just write it down if you can't answer it, and I'll definitely answer it. So I appreciate you could just show them if you want, you can show them Academy. If not, I'll hop on here and I'll show them. But I'm about to head downstairs. I appreciate your time, Miss Shelly. Miss Shelly.
Oh, you playing?
And whoever else is on, I appreciate y'all for hopping on. And
so Motivation Monday All-Stars are here. Dr. Douglas, Shonda Webb, and Rashawn Moore. I think Tyshawn was here. I think he left. But yes, I don't know if they have any questions, but they all have their mute on. So
thanks, Roberto.
We're gonna ask Katrice whatever we don't, because I want to get in Katrice's business. I want to know, because she's somebody I know. I want to know, like, is it really working for you? How long you've been in it?
Okay, let me. How do I stop sharing my screen?
Just push stop share.
Oh, right there. Just right there. Go ahead. Lord, I got it. All right, go ahead. Ask questions.
So, how long have you been in this, Katrice Bailey, and what made you? I mean, you do so many other things. What made you decide to get into this?
So, when I've been here for about a month and a half, and what made me start it was because the crazy thing is, I actually prayed and I asked God, because I was starting, me and Shelly had a conversation, and I'm going to be doing When Models Invest. So when we had a conversation about that, my whole thing was I wanted to start, I needed to know more information on ways that people can invest their money. I know about the stock market. I know a little bit about cryptocurrency and all that type of stuff, but I wanted to know more, because if I'm going to be somebody that's going to educate other people on investing, I need to make sure that I have some type of knowledge in that field. So long story short, I wind up getting connected to his actual brother, and which I got connected to him, and they showed me basically a presentation, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this makes complete sense. And it was something I actually prayed for. I literally asked God days before and said, God, I need something that's going to help me advance my skills. And this came right along, and it was a no-brainer for me, because when it makes sense, it just made so much sense. And I was like, why aren't they teaching this to people? But they are.
They are. Well, you actually, when you say get advanced knowledge, understanding that I've known Katrice for about 5-6 years, and from the 5-6 years she's been investing money. Like, people don't know that behind the scenes she's already been investing. She's already been making money investing. So this is just and you think that this will make that type of money that you were making investing on your own?
This is for me personally, this is something that will make 100 times more than what I actually invested. Because when I found out about investing when I was in elementary, they taught us about how to invest in the stock market, how to read a newspaper, when you actually pay attention to the newspaper and paid attention to how the stock market works and how to read it. I found that out at an early age, and I was like, wait a minute, you can make money by investing while you're asleep. And I fell in love ever since. And it just was like, I need to know more information. And then years later, as soon as I got out of high school, I started investing my money. So I've been investing my money for well over 15 years. And that's in the stock market. So, but then I was like, wait a minute. When I got to the academy, which I am Mastery Academy, I learned that, hold on, wait a minute. The amount of money I accumulated and I've made in investing my money over 15 plus years, I can make that in less than a couple months. If I actually take what they're learn the skill that you have people that are doing it, that know what they're doing, millionaires teaching you how to do this and all you need is all you have is a platform. So many people tell me, okay, Katrice, I graduated college. I ain't using that degree. I've done all these things, and I'm like, this is something. It's you're paying all this money to go to college, learn something. With most people, they get out of college and don't even use the degree, but they're in debt. Where you can pay. That's why when he talked about changing your mindset when it even comes to like a bill, it just made so much more sense to me. Like, why would I'm going to go to school? I'm going to pay thousands of dollars to learn a skill that I may not even use, partial skill, versus me learning how to actually trade in the foreign exchange market and actually being able to make way more money. And I can take $100, just like they say you can make $1 out of 15 cents. Well, you know what I mean? Taking that and turn it into so much more. So when they showed me this presentation, I just like, this is a no-brainer. I would rather learn the skill, pay the money, learn the skill, and actually make more money. So it's not really a bill. It's actually me making a whole lot more money and saying, okay, you can get your little couple dollars for this education. I'll take it. But this is a lifelong skill. And this is something that I'm also teaching my children. My sister has signed up. She's teaching her daughter. Like this is their summer session.
Have you made money at it? Have you made money at it yet?
Yes, my first week, I made $100 within an hour. I made $100. Trina made $500 within an hour, and I was like, wait a minute, we on the same. Hold on, wait a minute. But it's definitely a skill that you have to learn. So you have to know the strategies. And I've made money here. I've also made money here and there. But I also learned that when you're learning a new skill, you actually have to learn the skill. You can't think that you're going to get into something and, I'm just going to be, you can actually learn very quickly. It just depends on you and how you learn. I've learned that I can't be a multitasker. I have to be able to, I can't build a team and study at the same time. That's just my how I learn. So I actually had to take a step back from building such a team because I've been in multi-level marketing. I've been in financial services for 7 years, way before, I even met you, Shelly. So when they said most, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, we can get paid 2 ways. I'll take it. You don't leave money on the table. So that was something that when they said, not only can I learn a skill, but also I can go into multi-level marketing, I was here for it because I've already been there. And some people don't have a good taste in their mouth about multi-level marketing, but I think it's a genius idea.
I don't have a good taste in my mouth about multi-level marketing, but I've always said that. Rashawn, I said that all the time.
Look, it's really, go ahead, grown folks radio.
Okay, can we start from scratch? What exactly is multi-level marketing?
So So multi-level marketing is what he was talking about, where you get paid to basically, when you bring people on your team, basically when you recruit people, you're getting paid for people being under your team. So it's like, think of a triangle. Some people say a pyramid, triangle, whatever you want to call it. Think of that. But the good thing about it is if your team makes money, you make money. That's what more what multi-level marketing is. And some people don't agree with it, but I do. I think it makes complete sense.
If I can make money without having to build a team, cool. If it comes about naturally, I don't feel like I want to go around trying to get people all the time, get people. I don't, when he was talking, it seemed all unauthentic. And that's what I don't ever want to be. I understand the power in leveraging the people, but when the people talk, it seems like they're running off of a monologue, and it seems very unauthentic. And I've been to every multi-level marketing. It is. I've been a part of all of them, and their speeches all sound the same. It's just a copy carbon speech from each one. So that's just my thought.
So question, Shelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing a presentation, not a presentation, but when you're doing Sing on a Saturday Night and you're doing Motivation Monday, and you have a slogan that you say every single time, right? You have your tagline.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're mentoring somebody, and just like myself, when we started talking, and you was like, well, Katrice, you gotta, hey, where's your intro? What's your intro? How you gonna do it? My first thought process was to do it exactly the way Shelly does it. So I'm gonna be like, hey, my name is Katrice, start going to, but I'm not Shelly. I'm not Shelly. So when it comes to multi-level marketing, you got to think about it this way. So many people, everybody that's successful and that have wrote these books and done all these things, everybody's saying the same thing just in their own particular way. So when I'm presenting something, me personally, I'm the type of person where I'll just turn into my own. But the language that comes out of my mouth is going to be still of what I learned from Shelly Shell, what I learned from your mentorship. It's still going to be that. And it may sound like it's, scripted, because at the end of the day, so just like when I was talking to you before and you wanted me to do a commercial, and I was like, well, how do you do it? Can y'all just write it down so I can just do it that way? But that's just how you learn, so people can learn it and then be able to portray it or bring it out, if you get what I'm saying. So
I get what you're saying. So
it just depends, but if you look at any multi-level marketing company, if you look at any anything, they're all going to say the same thing. It's just some people put it in their own terminology. That's really what it is.
True. Rashawn, you still there? Mr. Moore.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts from you?
No, not really. I love what Patrice is saying. Katrice, I'm sorry, is saying. Especially about and I understand what you're saying, because that was the first thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to sound like a robot. I didn't want to sound like my mentors, because they all do sound the same.
Yeah, they do.
But it's called duplication. They want to duplicate, and they want the person to be, really be trained. It's like if you look at a McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, how they got teenagers running billion-dollar businesses. It's because they train. So it's the same type of mindset. If you growing a team, and as you're growing a team, you want them to talk like you, be able to answer like you. But a lot of people don't have their own mind to talk freely or talk to their people. They try to talk like their mentor, their trainer. So that's what you be hearing when you hear like that gentleman speaking. He probably sound like his trainer.
And not sound like a duplicate
tongue.
Yeah, and you know what? But even if you take, the like he said, the good thing about it is there's two parts to it. You don't have to build a team. You don't have to do the MLM part of it, the multi-level marketing part. It's all about you learning the skill. And if you can learn the skill, you set for life. And it's not something where people are like, I gotta sit at a computer all day. Absolutely not. You can come in and you can be like, I got an hour dedicated, 1 day out of the 5 days out of the week, 1 hour a day. And I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna take 4 trades, and I'm gonna make a lot of money.
What if I'm just dumb?
Say that one more time.
What if I'm just dumb and I can't learn? I'm just saying. It's just for instance. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was good in all the other courses but math, right? I failed math. So what if I just can't get it?
So the good thing about this is, can you watch a video?
Can you watch a video? I can watch a video. What are you talking about? Yeah.
If you can watch a video, because this is how the educational platform is. Because again, I have my children just started doing this week, and they're learning. They already know certain terminology. They already know certain things. And I want to teach them, because if I'm going to learn something great, I need them to learn it. And not only that, that's all of our brains working together to say, okay, how can we put all this together to not only learn the skill together, but also be able to trade together and make money together. My son is 16, my daughter's 12. And if they learn the skill and be able to own it, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be 6-figure earners by the end of this year. They're going to be multimillionaires by next year at the age of 12 and 16. That's my goal for my children, because it's a skill that you have to learn. If I was a chef and I wanted to learn how to be this amazing chef and make all this money, I need to learn how to cook. I need to know.
Right.
So
John, are you still there?
So I need to take these classes and these lessons.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I said Shonda. I wanted to see you, Shonda. Are you interested in the point of, well, Rashawn, you already doing a lot of stuff. Is it something that you might do?
No, not me, not at this time.
Gotcha. Shonda, what about you?
Wait, what's the question, Shelley?
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
What was the question?
I said, did you hear anything that sound like something you would do?
Excuse me.
No, not at this time.
Somebody said no.
My whole thing is I want to make sure that you guys know exactly what it is that I do. Because just like I tell every single person, right now I'm planting seeds. Because when I saw this opportunity, I was looking for this opportunity. There's somebody else just like me looking for this particular opportunity to make and learn a skill and make money. So I just need y'all to remember what y'all was taught today, what you learned, even if it's like a little mustard seed of it. I need y'all to remember so that guess what? When y'all come across somebody that's looking for something, y'all remember me and say, hold on, wait a minute, Katrice, I'll connect you right to her. That's my goal from this call. That's my 100%. Goal from being Motivation Monday. That's what I want.
Well, if it's not one of us, somebody will. I mean, my thing is, I'm asking the questions because I just have those particular questions, and I've never been a fan of multi-level marketing at all, and not that because I've done it. I've done it more times than I could think of.
I have too.
And I really wasn't successful in building a whole team because it seemed like nobody was interested in what it was. Well, actually, when I did Market America, I did pretty hard, but that was okay. I did build a team there, but it wasn't an ongoing thing. So I want to learn how to invest money.
Okay. But
I want my money to grow.
And there's different ways to do it, because even right now with what I'm learning is that there's so many people that's in the same field that I'm just getting into that they're actually investing people's money for them. All them calls you get and that you get, that's why I'm trying to learn the skill. That's another way of making money.
Yeah,
that's another way of making money.
My brother is in this somewhere. I don't know what company he's in, but he said, listen, I need people to get in. And he said, I'll take the money and invest it for you. So he's doing it for me.
Yeah, there's people that actually do it. You just got to be careful, because there are some people that are straight up scammers, and there are other people that are, doing it as a way of extra income, because they know that they can not only take somebody's money and make a lot of money out of it, but they actually can make so much money and be like, okay, I'm going to give you this, just like the banks do. I'm going to give you a little percentage and I'm going to keep the rest. So that's something. And me, I'd rather be the person that's like, okay, I'll make it. And here go your little cut. Here's your portion. You said you want me to double your money. I just made $100,000. You gave me 5. So you want me to double it. So I'm gonna give you 10, and I'm gonna keep the 90.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
But that's what they're doing, though. That's exactly what they're doing. But to be honest, I think I'm not mad at them for doing that, because they're learning. They took the time to learn the skill and actually make it happen. And in the contract, it said, I'm doubling it. I'm gonna double your money. So whatever else I do is mine. So, but yeah, it's but yeah, if anything, just y'all, I appreciate everybody for being on Motivation Monday.
Yay, we appreciate this is really the 3-year anniversary. I didn't even realize it until a mess, what's it called? Like a memory came up. I was like, oh my, this is 3 years. So yay. We'll be live again. Thank y'all so much for showing.
Congratulations.
No, it's not congratulations to all of us. So we've been doing this together.
Right. I'm saying to Katrice, we're starting a new opportunity too.
Yes. How about that? Let's make that money. Let's make that money.
Being open-minded and starting something new. Ain't she doing it with the children? That's a blessing.
Oh yeah. It'll be an injustice if I ain't share this with my kids and make sure they was getting the same knowledge as well.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm not really up to learning something new, but I get it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like I said, just like you see everybody else saying, I'm learning the skill, not just to, of course I'm gonna make my coin, but I'm also learning it so I can help other people, for people who do not want to learn the skill. There's people who do not want to learn, just like I said, I'm coming out with When Models Invest. And when that comes out, I'm going to be teaching people how to budget, but also how to invest their money.
Yeah, that was the main purpose when Models Invest. So, all right, well, you know, I think I'm kind of interested in learning more. I mean, you know.
Yeah, and again, it's different ways to invest your money. It's not just the foreign exchange market. There's, you know, like there's the stock market. Of course, the stock market.
What's the difference between Forex and cryptocurrency?
Forex is foreign exchange. That's money. That's like euro. That's US dollars. That's that. Cryptocurrency is coins, online coins. Like,
but that's what you said. It was
different.
You said it was the same company as the last guest, Angela Pipersburg.
So the last guest, from what she was saying, it sounded like she was a part of the academy that I'm part of, that she learned a similar skill, or at least a company similar to ours, where she learned the skill. And once you learn the skill, because it has foreign exchange, it has high frequency, and it has DCX, which is digital cryptocurrency. So there's 3 skills that you're going to learn with the company, 3 different ones. So I think what she did was, I'm not sure, but what I think she did was she mastered the DCX part, the cryptocurrency part, how to trade that. And now she created her own academy in order to do it, to teach other people to do it. And that's something you can do. It's a skill. You're paying for a service to learn something. So what are you supposed to do with that? You're supposed to actually take it and teach other people.
And that's what I do with the courses that I'm creating. Right. I get it. It's the same. It's the same model. If you teaching something, it's the same type of model. I get it. Well, I think that's all the questions I have. I don't know if anybody else have any questions. I
don't have any questions for myself.
Hilarious. Yeah.
But I do want to thank y'all again for coming on and listening to everything I had to say. And Roberto Rivera for, you know, him coming on and taking his time out to actually be a part of it. And because as you can see, he's very busy. He's definitely building his team, and I'm going to be right with him after I learn the skill of educating myself on how to do this.
Facts. And then you get all the models.
Because I can build a team. I can do that. That ain't an issue.
Okay, building your team.
Yeah, I got to get the skill.
Oh, sure. Well, I'm not really that good with the building of the team thing. So.
Shirley, please.
If Rashawn ain't interested, then then I can't do nothing. Then I can't build a team if he's not interested.
Well, you know my motto. You got to show me your money and how you do before you play with my money.
That's true. And that's a lot of people's mindset as far as I need to see you accomplish it and do it before I actually do it too, which is perfectly fine. Again, I was in no,
not that. I said my money. My mindset and my money is totally different. You ain't talking for me. I need to see what you're doing with your money before you play with mine. It's totally different.
I get it. But that's 2 true parts. Both of those are true.
So do you got to pay this money per month, or is it one time?
It's per month. But say if I get 2 people under my team, share this with two people, and they're like, okay, I want to learn this skill, I don't have to pay after that. I don't have to pay. I'm free.
$274 a month.
Yes.
We get 2 people.
Yep. $274 a month, and you just get 2 people, and then you're free. It's free. Your education is free after that.
Okay.
Which is fine with me, because that means I ain't got to pay every single month, and I'm learning, and I have access to the education. And not only that, I can help my the people I brought in, help them learn it more. But if I'm making $5,000, or even if I made $5,000 in a month, $274 ain't gonna be jack compared to the 4,000 plus that I just profited, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. I hear you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely a lot to it, as far as like a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of them are in school, a lot of them are doing other things, and that's something that they want to stay with and continue with, you know. And I'm cool with that. Like I said, I'm just planting seeds. That's all I'm doing.
It's not wrong with planting the seeds. The seed has been planted.
Yep. But I ain't gonna hold y'all because
it's 9 o'clock. So thank you so much. We appreciate you being the guest for the 3-year anniversary. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank you so much, Shelly, for having me today.
Of course. Look, everybody, look. When we get to the anniversary, it is our all-stars who get to speak. It just happened to work out that way because that's how God had it. You know what I mean?
You know, that's so true. That is so true.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the seed has been planted. I'm gonna think on it. I don't know. That per month got me. I don't know. I don't like paying nothing per month.
Trust me, God got it, girl. Learn the skill.
Well, when you make 5,000, let me know.
Oh, when you see me moving my big house, my 5-bedroom 3-car garage.
I know. I'm saying when you make 5,000.
I'll let you know.
Before you get to the big house and the cars and all that good stuff, let me know when you hit 5,000.
I will make sure that.
And how many people it took for you to get to that 5? How many people underneath of you it took to get to that 5,000?
It won't be people. I'll be doing it with trading. I'll be doing it with the skill, not with the people.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot.
Yeah, send me a screenshot. You know, for real, send me that 5,000.
I am too.
You good with that, Rashawn? 5,000.
I'll make sure I send it to
She
her.
could do it. She do that in her sleep. She can make 60,000 in a day.
Exactly.
Day trading.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought what you said. Let me see what you could do. So, what's the number? What's the number that somebody has to show you?
Oh no, it ain't no specific number. They just got to show me how they play. You know, investing their money. What they invested their money in before they start taking mine and just start, you know, building. They got to show me that they're invested.
Yeah.
Guys.
You're not going to take my money and start investing and playing around and just say, oh, we made this much. We made. What you put in? So that's what I mean. They got to show me that they invested, because a lot of it be taught.
You gotta, but the thing is, when you invest like I was saying before, when you invest your money, like say if you have somebody that's like, I'm gonna take your money and I'm gonna invest it. A friend of mine just told me this, that they have somebody that he's like, oh, give me $500 and I'll double your money. And she was like, okay. And I was like, all he really just taking your money. He's playing with your money. He's making a lot of money with your money, and he's giving you the double and he's keeping the rest. So he doesn't have to fund his account. He's using your money to fund his account because he knows the skill.
Right.
So that's why I want to know the skill so that I can just make my own money. So I don't have to have anyone be in charge of how much money I get, my portion, the portion that they want to give me. No, give me all my money. Give me all my cash.
All right, Cash. All right, good people. Yes. I'm going to say, let me see how they go.
Yeah. Just again, thank you. Y'all all have a good night. It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, it is 9 o'clock. All right, y'all.
Have a good night, Grown Folks Radio.
Great evening, everyone. Keep up the great work.
All right, thank you.
Much success.
Yes, thank y'all. Have a wonderful night.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.